Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to your new moon in Libra reading. And the new moon in Libra, of course, is coming up around October 6th. It's going to be at 5:05 a.m. Mountain Standard Time is when it's going to be at its fullness. So depending on where you're at in the world, you can figure that out there. And the energy of this new moon, of course, it's Libra, so it's all about compromise, give and take, negotiating or renegotiating. And then with this new moon with Libra, it can include a restart of some kind. And it ends with a healthy and well-balanced result. You know, the Libra tint to it all can suggest doing things in pairs or doing these new things in pairs. And it can either be with another human who's of like mind. You know, Libra is the air sign, which is, representative of swords, suit, and it's about your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs. So it's someone of like mind. It's like this balanced individual with you on either side. Not like this, where this is showing out of balance, right? It's more of a balanced pair. Or if you're not really looking for a human of like mind, then you can have this, the pair that you can have is pairing up with spirit. And that would be the less dramatic choice, right? Usually. And a Libra is also the sign of love and harmony, negotiation and relationships. So it's harmonious, it's kind, it's luxurious, and always aiming for balance. So it doesn't like this out of balance feeling. It's wanting to balance things out. Now, this is the new moon in Libra, and so when you're looking at the cycles of the new moon to the full moon, even outside of it happening monthly, you can look at the full cycle. It's a 6-month full cycle of going from a new moon in Libra to a full moon in Libra back to a new moon in Libra. So the last full moon that we've had in Libra in the past was March 28th of this year. And that was a time of things climaxing in areas that, in these areas we've talked about of our lives, right? And since then, when you move from a full moon to a new moon, it's about what you're letting go. So since then, you've been letting things fall away that no longer serve those events, or you've been at least thinking about what you want to let go. And now that we're headed close to the new moon, now's the time to balance all that out. So what we're going to be asking for in this reading, because we're going to do a special reading just for your each individual sign, we're going to ask, what are you ready to balance to ignite that new start? Or what does the Creator want you to know about balancing and about this new start? So we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading right now, and we shall find out the answers. Here we go. All right, all my Leos, this is your new moon in Virgo reading. And we are going to start off by pulling a card here from this Clarity deck from the Girls Gone Happy. And I simply love the name of that company. I mention it every time I use this deck. It just makes me smile just saying that. But, we're all girls in our heart. We've all got divine masculine and divine feminine, right? So we all can be girls gone happy, whether we're male, female, or however we identify. So I love that. And we're going to put that there. And then we're also going to pull 3 cards here from the Everyday Tarot. And they were very specific on when I'm pulling the cards and when I'm revealing them, so we are obeying their direction. So what are the 3 cards you want for here? Okay, so we've got 1 and 2. Okay, this is number 3. Just put that on here. And these represent just whatever the thing that the Creator wants us to know about balance here. This is the information and clarification for that. And then we're also going to pull a card here from the Crystal Medicine Oracle. And this is going to be what helps us balance here on the other side. In the intro, we had the it was out of balance, and this is what is going to help balance and bring that for us. So it's the medicine that helps, or the weight that helps balance it out. Just mix these up. All right. So for Leo's, what do you want for this balancing card here? Okay. So we'll put that there. And then we're also going to have one card here from the Divine Direction that goes on this actual balancing beam here. And we'll also pick some cards as well for down here, but they wait for me to do those. Okay, so I feel like it's this one right here. All right, so let's jump in. I'm excited here. So what the Creator wants you to know, this is about animals here. So let you see that, and then I'll read it. And it says, think about the role animals play in your everyday life, whether they're family, friends, or food. Oh my gosh. What can they teach you about what you are and are not centering in your daily life? What do you want to do with these lessons? All right, so yep, you have some questions here about what you're not centering in your life. So what is out of balance in your life? And what do animals teach you that? Whether it's one of your fur babies or feather babies, what do they teach you about how they approach life? What are they showing you about balance? Maybe they're showing you it's time to play a little more and not be so serious. But what do you want to do with these lessons? And then we'll get the clarification here. So your first card is, so the Fool. Yes, exactly as I was saying. It's time to play. Play, play, play. You know, you even have your little doggy down here going, yes, yes, let's go for a ride. Let's go for a hike. Let's go for a walk. Let's go. Let's get out. And this is about new adventure, new enjoyment. For me, it represents the soul, and the soul, before it jumped down here for its adventure, it's an adventurer. That's in our nature. And so it's like, yes, it's time to stop being so serious. Time for play. Because all work and no play makes for a dull existence. It brings where you are just existing. You're not living. And so I love that. Animals. And then what else do you want to know? Yeah. 10 of Wands, because you are feeling burdened. Yeah, you have a lot of stress, a lot of energy. It's that fire energy. And of course, you're a fire sign, so you have a lot of energy anyway. But this just feels like a lot of heavy energy and not light energy. So it is time to lighten up and lighten your load, because you are carrying all this burden, all this, it's just like all this energy. And the 10 of Wands does have a good message in that, because you start off with Ace of Wands with so much excitement and joy and drive and ambition and initiative, and it's your spark of life. And then you start and you go through things, and each step along the way, you're doing so much and you're enjoying the process, you're enjoying the journey. But when you get to the end, when you're like, okay, I'm kind of bored with this situation, I'm feeling stagnant, and it's time for endings and new beginnings, which is the 10 is endings, and then you get to new beginnings, which also the Fool card is about new beginnings. So it definitely is time to play, time to let things go. And that's also something animals teach us, right? They generally don't hold grudges. We as humans put that characteristic on animals and going, oh, they're holding a grudge. And it's like, no, they usually aren't holding a grudge. Like rescued animals, because they've been abused, are in protection mode, because they do go into fight or flight, but they don't hold a grudge. They don't plot to escape and go wage havoc and revenge on the people who had abused them. That's something we do. So it's also about letting go, of those things and moving on to a new adventure. Because anything that you're holding, any energy or grievances that you're holding, any of that negative energy is only impacting you and exhausting you and impacting your health, not the other people, right? So you can let it go for your health. Not, you're not going to forget what people did. That's what kind of forgiveness is the release of the wrath, and you benefit from it because you're the only one that is being hurt by holding the grudge. The other person probably not think about it anymore. All right, and then what's this third one here? Yeah, death and rebirth. So yeah, you're definitely letting things go. You are putting them to rest. You're putting those old things out to pasture. You're letting it go. And you've got a horse in here too. So what do horses teach us? Speaking of animals, what do horses teach us? Right? They live their lives, whether they're beasts of burden. They let people ride on their back because they're like, you know what? I'm going to let you. But when I'm done with you, I'm bucking you off, right? So that's what a horse teaches us, is like, when it's ready to be done, it's ready to be done. And there's nothing you can do about it, right? You can't force a horse to do anything it doesn't want to do. It does it because it wants to, because it prefers the apple that you give them, and how you also, they allow people to nurture them as well, right? They allow people to give them nice, rub downs with the comb and braid their manes and their tails and allow them to make them look pretty and enjoy. And they enjoy racing and, but they also don't enjoy being beat, So they will let you know. But beautiful. So look into, definitely understand what animals are teaching you around you. And if you you do have a power animal that is with your entire life. And if you're not sure who that is, take time to meditate, take time to sit with and see what animal comes to you. Usually we have animals that really resonate with us, and whether it's seeing them on shows and we're so attracted to it, or when you go visit a zoo, it's like the animal, or it might be a couple animals that you're like, I can't wait to go see them, and you're just so attracted to them. Just Google spirit animal and whatever that animal is and see what resonates with you, because there is some messages coming from your animal guides and animal spirits, as well as your physical animals that are involved in your life, whether it's the ones that you are your fur babies or feather babies, or something that you eat. I love that. And then we're going to look here and see what helps balance this. And you've got healer. So got the healer, and you've got shaman or shamanka, which is the feminine of the shaman, and the beautiful crystal that helps with that is nuamite, and this is card number 14. If you are into numerology, that might stand out to you there, but let's take a look here and see what this brings for you as well. Yeah, and with this talking about food, it also can be about, changing your diet, changing what you're eating, what you're consuming. And of course, I'm not a doctor of any kind. So if you have any questions with those, definitely consult, a medical professional or nutritionist in making those decisions. But if that's something on your mind, this is definitely confirmation to look into that too, because you got the healer. And it says you've called this card into your awareness today as a confirmation that you are your greatest healer and that healing is at hand. You've been a healer in many lifetimes, and currently you're being invited to awaken this powerful healing gift within you. Can you feel this truth, energy, and knowing deep within you? Do people naturally come to you for advice and feel comfort in your presence? Have you been going through your own healing journey? And have you been asking the universe for confirmation of your life path? Do you have a natural way with animals and connection to the earth? Have you been wanting to venture into the healing arts? All of these are signs that you are the healer you've been searching for, and it's time to connect deeply and awaken this important aspect of your soul. This is a natural part of your progression, and everything you've already been through in your life has made you ready to dive into your healing gifts. So you're encouraged to find a modality that inspires you, whether it's energy healing, natural medicine, social work, or some sort of body movement. It's time to awaken your healing gifts and share them with the world. I love that. So yeah, if you've been searching about, what are you ready to balance and renew and change in your life, then, if it is a change in career and any of those in the medicine, whether it's acupuncture as well or being a veterinarian, anything along those lines, in addition to whatever it mentioned, realize that, you're being called to your dream, then do it. What are you waiting for? Animals live their lives, they pursue what they want, and they don't have a whole lot of fear of, what will people think if I don't do it? They're like, the only thing they fear is being eaten by other animals or, being in danger physically. The rest of it, they're like, go. And then the medicine here is the shaman or shamanka. And then it says a shaman or shamanka is someone who works in the spirit worlds and connects deeply with the medicines of the earth. They are the medicine men and women of the world. They were the ones in the tribe who had a natural gift to heal and or the wisdom to teach each generation under strict ceremony, guidelines, and ritual. Ancient healers would guide people who required help into deep trance-like states and travel into the three worlds of shamanism, where they would receive different forms of energy medicine. They would act as a conduit to channel the medicine back to the physical plane and offer this energy to the sick person. There's a powerful awareness awakening now from deep within some people on this planet, an awareness that they have been healers before, and this gift is coming forth to be utilized at this important time of healing. The veils of the worlds are at their thinnest, and people are able to access their past life healing gifts like never before. Beautiful. And again, the crystal nuamite is also part of the medicine. And if you do use crystals, then the nuamite does awaken your natural healing abilities. It connects you to Earth's medicine, and also connects you to you more deeply to your shamanic wisdom. So I love that. Beautiful. All right, and then we're also going to pull 3 cards here, and what these 3 cards represent as you balance this, what does it bring you here? What does it bring you in your life? So let's give these a quick shuffle. Yeah, and animals do a lot of self-healing, right? They usually don't have a doctor unless humans interfere in their life, right? They have such great abilities, and they're not afraid of death, of course, because they don't even know. At least we don't know that they do. They never communicate that. But they don't have, social media accounts either. So what do we really know? All right, Creator, what are the 3 cards here? Okay, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. So let's see what we got here. What does this balance? Oh, we've actually got 4. Beautiful. Yeah, you got the 10 of Swords, which is great because it's like this 10 of Wands. All these thoughts, all these beliefs, all these expectations have exhausted you. You have had enough. You're not dead. You're just laying down in the sand, looking at the sunrise over here. They're looking over here. So you're ready. Again, endings and new beginnings. So you do end old ways of thinking and have have allowed new ways of thinking to come in. Yeah, because you got the star. Hope. And this is, you're recognizing who you really are. This, you are the superstar, right? And this is very Aquarian, because they're the water bearers. They're the ones that bring us the living waters. And what gift comes with that is they show us what we're really thirsty for, what we're really doing, because what we're doing before is not making us feel fulfilled. And so the message that comes with this is that you are seeing in the starlight, because it's dark out, you're seeing yourself, and you're seeing what you truly want to do with your life, what you truly want to head in. So with this balance that you're having here, you're definitely getting that awareness that's coming. And I love, because these living waters pour out both onto land and into the water. You have 1 foot on land, 1 foot in water. And so this is, the land is like, everything in your external world and your mind, and then the emotions is the water in your spirit. So it's impacting all areas of your life, and it's bringing in this new, renewed hope and excitement into your life. Yeah, because here you go, judgment. This is about letting the old you go and discovering the higher you, who you really are. Because one of the things that you discover with all this, especially in discovering the star here, because it's 2 X's, which is death and rebirth, is you're letting all those old ideas go on who you were and just remembering who you really are, which is, this is the character you play on the earth, but you're more than that, much, much more. You're this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And what the judgment brings you to is this awareness of how you perceive the world. How do you judge the world, right? You're able to understand what it is. Like you get to the root and you understand, especially with all these 10 of Swords, with this renewed mind, you're understanding all these things that limited you before, and you are now understanding what it is that you want to focus on. And the judgments you made before were all based on the supposed to be's and the expectations of the world, right? All the should, well, you should do this with your life. Well, you're supposed to do this with your life, and da-da-da-da-da, and that's what you've been doing, and that has not brought you joy. Because it's time for joy, 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 definitely. Yeah, here you go, 6 of Swords. So this is about movement from one location to another, either physically, career-wise, or change of thought, from old beliefs to new beliefs, because it is all about the swords here. So that's your thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, expectations. So it is this movement, but it is very much a movement card as well. So it definitely feels like this movement in your life, either from a relationship to a new one, because it's about endings and new beginnings here, a ton. So whatever's going on in your life, it's time to move on from things. It's time to let relationships that no longer serve you go, or jobs that no longer serve you go, or locations where you're living, or homes or vehicles or possessions, whatever area of your life, it's time to let things go. And that'll help you bring back your balance. You got balance of all things. And that says it's time to find balance in your life. What is most important to you? Not what's most important to everyone else. Not what's the most popular opinion about your situation, or what is the most popular emotion about your situation. It's like, what do you want to do? What's important to you? Not what's urgent to you. What's important to you? And that's a beautiful message. Well, this is going to be an exciting Virgo new moon for you. So, and that's not Virgo, Libra. Not sure what I was thinking about Virgo, but definitely beautiful, beautiful energy coming for this Libra new moon for you. And just know, as you're going through each and every moment of this adventure, that You are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things, and I love you too. So have a blast, have some fun, and until next time, you take care. I'm sure I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye now.